Hi everyone, welcome to day 10 of distance learning in the Middle East. Like I mentioned last class, I decided to add in a little more history because obviously I like it. And we now have a little more time to cover such topics. So last class I had you watch a video and learn a little bit about the Islamic Empire and its thirst for knowledge and all the fascinating things they would have researched and found. And today we are going to talk about when that knowledge would have been shared and spread through the West and with the West, with a little look at the large time period called the Crusades. Most of you already know what the Crusades are. I know that because I taught it to you. But for those of you who aren't familiar with it or have forgotten, the Crusades is that series of holy wars in the Middle Ages between the Christians and the Muslims over the Holy Land. And a lot of what we learn about the Crusades as taught in world history is from the Western perspective. It was very interesting. I was reading up on it, where they talk about how history is written by the winners, except for the Crusades, because if you look at the Crusades, pretty much the Arab population won that one. Well, 9 of them, and the Christians most certainly did not. However, they have created the narrative for the Crusades and what we learned about the Crusades. So what you're going to do today is fairly simple. I found a very interesting article, at least it was interesting to me, on history.com, and it's all about the different views of the Crusades from the Muslim perspective. And the way it's written is actually as an interview series. So they interviewed 2 scholars on Islamic history, and they give their responses to 15 different questions. It is a longer article, so what I decided to do, instead of making you read all of them and do responses for all of them, what you're going to do is, out of those 15 questions, you're going to pick 5, and you're going to write the question that you're responding to on the chart, and then you are going to comment on it. Just like if you were reading an article or a post and you wanted to comment on it, you're going to make a comment. It can be something that surprised you about the information. It could be something that you found interesting about the information, or it could even be another question you have after learning the answer they give to the question. So out of the 15, you're going to pick 5. If you look at it and you start to worry about how long it is, my suggestion is to scroll through and just read the questions first and then pick which ones you want to answer. But again, I thought it was very interesting, so you might want to read the whole thing to see what the different perspective is about the Crusades. So it's kind of like a review of the topic with a new light shining on it. What we will focus on for next class will be about the medicine that was available in the Islamic world, and a lot of it that the Western world became familiar with because of the Crusades. So that's why we're going to do the Crusades today, and next class you will learn about medicine in the medieval world, which was very, very different in the West versus the Middle East. Okay, so that's it for today. Pretty simple. Read the article, choose 5 questions to respond to, and then write what those responses are. If you have any questions, you can email me, and I will see you next class.